trust. So one of the most important thing in real estate is actually the trust between sellers and investors or agents, correct? Our job is to gain trust with the sellers so they can understand the process and know what they're getting through, right?
Here's the oxymoron in trust. Because although you want to trust, we want you to trust us, of course. But I'm not trying to get you to trust me. It makes
Don't try to say trust me. We know what we're doing, right?
No. At the end of the day, I don't care if you trust me. I care if you trust the information. Because the information is what matters here. I can say whatever I want. Doesn't matter if it's not going to work. Literally won't matter at all. Will mean absolutely nothing. The information is where the trust comes from. Because if someone feels like you're providing accurate information, is truthful. You know how many times I've had conversations with sellers and I just tell them, hey, look, I don't really care if you work with us, but here's the reality of your situation. They go, they talk to an agent or they talk to other investors and they call me back 2 weeks later and they say, hey, I just want to thank you. You were literally right. Like you were right. Maybe we still don't buy their house, right? Because maybe it doesn't work for us, right? But the point is, if they needed to buy a house or sell a house, they literally tell me, I'm going to save your number and I'm going to call you back because you were extremely helpful. That's their way of saying that they trust me. And it's not because I said, hey, we want to build your trust. Here's what we're, no. None of that. I'm giving you purely objective information, maybe with some subjective input from me, right? Because I'm an opinionated guy, but I'm not trying to get you to trust me. Whether you trust me or not, doesn't matter. We can do the whole transaction as long as the information is trusted and you don't trust me. We'll still have a successful transaction. Once again, not shitting on agents or not talking down on agents, I should say once again. But they're trying to get you to trust them. They're not really trying to get you to trust the information, which is why there's a lot of discrepancy when it comes to the information and the outcome.
Correct.
And so that's a huge difference when it comes to trust. We're not trying to get you to trust us. You need to trust the information. An agent, you need to trust them.
Yep.
So what would you say is the biggest benefit to working with a team like us? I'm actually curious to hear your thoughts on this. We're a small team. What are the benefits of us being such a small team? Because sometimes people will look at that as a negative thing, that we're smaller. We're a large company, but a small team.
We're a small team, and we take care of every seller personally. So we know everything about the property, about the seller before we actually make an offer. And we stay in touch during the whole process with the seller. Basically, we are holding their hands while we're in the process.
Yeah.
And this is super important because most of the sellers, they sold their house once or twice in their entire life. We do it probably like 10 times a month, right? But we understand that the sellers need somebody to hold their hands and to walk them through the process because it's a very big sale or purchase, right? Probably the biggest that they're gonna do the entire life. They need somebody to walk with them and hold their hands through the process. So we know exactly everything what's going on with the seller, all the situation, of course, everything about the property as well.
Yeah, no, just to add, we know the ins and outs of your situation. We are in some case, some sellers, they know the deal and, those happen. But most of the time, like you said, they have no clue what the process is.
And so even if they do know, they don't know thoroughly. They don't know everything. They know half of the process maybe.
Yeah, they know half maybe when they get to us 100%. And a lot of the times, it's just a lot of reiteration, really. We're saying the same things over and over, but it shows the consistency. At the end of the conversation, you're going to have a full understanding of what to expect and what we've done so far and what we're doing now.
Correct.
In this business, you can either build or lose trust very fast. The way we build trust is very simple. Like I said, we're not trying to get you to trust us. We just do what we say. We show up when we say we're going to show up. And we're very transparent with everything regarding the process. There's not anything we can leave out or it probably won't close anyway. And so, once again, we're not trying to build our trust or build trust with you. We're just doing what we do. And inevitably, you're going to trust that. Yeah. And on the flip side, of course, we could just as easily destroy that trust because we're not doing what we've said we're going to do. We're changing things on you last minute. We give you the old bait and switch. And maybe we overly pressure you, right? I pride myself on not pressuring anyone. Sometimes I literally tell them, look, I'm not pressuring you. You can do what you want to do. At the end of the day, here's what I think is best for the situation. I can't say best for you, but when I look at the circumstance, this is the best strategy to move forward.
Yeah, and actually, I want to add something. Sometimes we're so transparent that many times we say, "Hey, listen, I think we are not the best fit for you.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should go and list it with somebody, or I think you should take this and this approach." So we are so transparent that we're actually going to say, "Hey, we're not the best we're not the best fit for you," or we can actually recommend you on someone else that can help you more than us.
No.
If this is the scenario.
I actually had a guy get angry at me because I was so upfront with him and I said, look, I don't think we're a good fit. I think you're literally doing the best thing you could do and just leave your house on the market. He got upset at me. But I bet when he went back later, he's like, well, I appreciate the fact that I didn't spend an hour with him or 3 days with him just for him to tell me the same thing. And I can see pretty quickly it wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, anyone who works with us, our clients, they deserve crystal clear answers. They deserve crystal clear information, and they deserve to be aware and have some type of control at every step of the way.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, I would say if you're a person that wants straight answers, you want a clear timeline, you want respect for your situation and your circumstance in the context of selling a home, and you want something that's going to be quick, hassle-free, super convenient,
What they should do.
they should reach out to us.
Got you.